Hi. I swear to you, I was recording the video, this very important video, and I was talking in Spanish. And I didn't realize I was like talking to you about it, and I was like, why am I speaking Spanish? Like my channel is not in Spanish. Hi. I did my makeup. I wanna show you. See? Very pretty. Young. I stopped using my lip oil, the Burt's Bees lip oil, because I feel like it dries my lips. Today I want to tell you one of the things that are like really important for me. Ever since I discovered this, I've been like really interested in them, and those are intentional communities. So I don't remember when was the first time I learned about intentional communities, but ever since I've been like really wanting to be part of one or create one, especially creating one, especially creating one. I've tried to look for intentional communities in my country, and I did not find any intentional community in my country, which made me sad. And I also realized, correct me if I'm wrong, that most of the intentional communities that already exist are located within the US. So I focused on creating one. I tried to create one before I came here with a friend of mine, but we had like a fall apart. So yeah, and I do want to create a community, but I know I don't want to do it alone because I feel it beats the whole point. Like a community is made of a bunch of people. So imagine starting one community with only one person, right? But I don't know, maybe I'm just limiting myself. So if I'm doing so, I would love to know in the comments if you guys have like tips for me to start in one, or if you will be interested in them. But I mean, let me get super clear on this. So what appeals to me the most of intentional communities is the fact that you get to have many resources available. So today, I don't know if you experience that you need something done but you don't know how to do it yourself, or you just can't do it, right? So you need help. But if you live alone, you don't have help. You have to either pay someone to do it or ask all of your friends which one can do it for you, if they can. And that's even if you have friends that you can ask, because maybe you have some friends that you can't ask because of the type of friendship you have. I was thinking, if we had, like, if we lived the same way you live with your family, but with more than just your family, I feel like things like that wouldn't actually be like a problem that you have to go above and beyond to resolve. Am I making myself clear? This part is important to let you know why am I like so drawn to communities. When I was little, I used to live in a house. It was a really big house. It was a 2 floors house. 2 floor? I think that's how you say it. So in the first floor you had the kitchen, the entry, I think you had a bathroom, you had like 2 rooms and a living room. And then the second floor, you had a living room, 1 bathroom on the outside, 1 room with a bathroom inside, and 2 balconies. That's all I can say to you without like messing it up, because I can't fully remember what was the layout of the house. With that in mind, in the house we used to live like, what I can remember, my mom, my grandmother, great grandmother, like the mother of my grandmother, I don't know if that's how you say it, I think an uncle of mine, also my brother, and me. Yeah, and we sometimes, I think constantly, have like some cousins come to visit. So I lived in a home that was very big. I think that's why I love big homes. And we had many people living in it, right? So that was good. I mean, I had plenty of resources. I really don't know if I'm making myself clear, so I need you to please let me in the comments anything that you did not understand, because this thing that I'm going to talk to you today is super important for me, super important. So intentional communities provided me with that that solving point that I could not grasp when I was little. So when I was in that home, I mean, yeah, there were very good things, but there were other things that not good. So because of that and some other things that I prefer not to talk about, I didn't want to keep on living there. So I went up to live with my dad. The first time I started living with my dad was in Colombia, and it was like completely different. You had one floor, you had 3 bedrooms, one living room, one kitchen, backyard, front yard. So in the house, the only people living were my dad. He was mostly working, his wife, the same one I talked in the last video, my half sister, my dad and wife's daughter, and me. So you see how I went from having like multiple people living with me to more of a modern family home, like mom, dad, and kids. Like no more family, right? So there I experienced more of independence, and both of those places offer me important things, which then go to feed my desire for creating and or but mostly creating being in an intentional community. When I was there with my dad and that, I get to experience like finally having like my own things and not having to share them with everybody, or people telling me, oh, but you have to share, but those things can be just yours. No, I could get something that was only mine and only I used, and I really like that. I really like that. That's what I learned, like individuality and stuff. What I like most about intentional communities, and I think this is an important part, is you aren't just living there because you just happened to be born there, right? Like with my first family, and it's like you decide you want to live with those people. So for me, I think that decision helps balance out the, all right, I need resources, I need people, like when I was living with my mother, but I also need my stuff, I need my space. I am an individual person. I can just be sharing everything because, I mean, I could, but maybe I don't want to, right? I have my own desires. So, individuality. So, I think that that is the space, for me at least, in which intentional community intersects. I get to have that individuality without having to isolate myself in I have to be independent. Like, I have nothing against independence. I have nothing against it. I mean, I probably do, but I'm not trying to like throw shade on it. Like, if you like it, it's fine. I may not like it, and I think it's also fine. Am I making myself clear? I really hope I am. And ever since I've made that distinction that in intentional communities you could have all of those resources you need without having to compromise on your self-expression, on your individuality, I've just really have been trying to find one, honestly. And I think there's this girl who gives you like a quiz and helps you like find which intentional community of the ones that already exist within the US is best for you. But I feel like I could create one intentional community, and I wanted to let you guys know what are the values that I would like to center my community around. And that's what this video is about. Me wanting an intentional community and letting you know what are the values that I want my intentional community to be centered around. So first, this one is like super important for me because ever since I've come across this one, I've realized it's life-changing. Awareness, mostly self-awareness. So that will be one of the values that I would like my community to be centered around. When I mean awareness, it's not like you have to change yourself, you have to get better. No, you just have to be, you just have to know yourself. I used to think about this value when I was little as intelligence. So I thought if people were just more intelligent, the world would be better. But now I know that it's not intelligence, it's awareness. It's just self-awareness. If people were more self-aware, I feel like things would just be better. I was trying to give an example. It did not work, alright? I feel like it's just not relevant to the point. So second value, authenticity. And I feel like it ties to the first one. So if you're self-aware, you are more capable of actually being authentic. And so far those are like the values I would like my community to have. And I haven't really thought much about that. I just really wanted to let you guys know that that is something I will really love to do. And even though I feel like I can't do it right now, I still wanted to talk about it. Maybe you guys can help me way more than I think you can. Like, did I say that correctly? So let me know in the comments what you think about this really important thing for me. And thank you for watching.